The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Height Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
You are looking live at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow, the site of many a high school football playoff game over the years, and today is no exception. It's the Class D North playoffs as the Winslow Black Raiders host the Madison Bulldogs. Welcome to our broadcast. I'm Mike Violet. I've got the play-by-play this afternoon. He's A.J. Knight with his expert color commentary. The Winslow Black Raiders have had kind of a sandwichy kind of season. They started out really well with the bread on the one side, the meat or whatever you want to call it. Then they went into a major slump, and then they recovered and played very well down the stretch. All of it adds up to a 4-4 record, no matter where you put the bread or where you put the meat. Meanwhile, the Madison Bulldogs, 2-6, but they have overcome a lot. They broke an 18-game losing streak earlier this year, and they're playing in their first playoff game since 2018. They then won a second game, so they come in with a record of 2-6, and I know they're feeling good about themselves, AJ, and basically playing with house money against this Winslow team.
Yeah, again, they said state's longest losing streak snapped this season, winning a second game real close. We had a potential third one in that great game with MCI where I thought they played well defensively, forced some turnovers. I think showed some chutzpah as well, going for the 2-point conversion late to try and steal that one at home. And, like you said, Winslow's the higher seed. Winslow's the home team. So Madison playing with house money because the expectations are all that Winslow's going to roll on and face the winner of the 3-6 matchup.
Exactly. Winslow opened up 2-0, then 2-0, then went on a 4-game losing streak and then won its last two to finish 4-4. They get the number 2 seed and trying to keep that momentum rolling here this afternoon against the Madison Bulldogs. Yes, the two teams have played one another, and it was not pretty. Way back in September as the Winslow Black Raiders rolled in that one. They won by a score of 52-7. That was in week 2 back on September 13th. That's a game we had here on the Score. We did not have that game on the Score. We had a later game against
We had the MCI game, the season opener, and then they went up to Madison game 2.
All right, so that was up to Madison. 52-7 was the final score there. So I asked Wes Littlefield what he expected Madison to do differently than what they did in the first game that they played, and he said everything.
That's a good strategy. It's a nice spot when you have a rematch in the season. The team that should have the advantage actually is the losing team because you know what you need to work on, what you need to improve, as opposed to the winning team. Complacency, especially as you get lower down in age ranks, is something I think that sets in a little bit more. But just to put some more context to your sandwich analogy, Mr. Violet, so Winslow started out 2-0. They scored 102 points combined in those first two. Then they went 0-4. They scored just 50 combined points in those 4 games, and then they've won their last 2. They scored 82 points in those 2 games. So what that adds up to is in wins, Winslow's beating teams 46-6 on average. In losses, they're losing 13-35. So it's all or nothing.
It sure is. That is a very interesting group of stats right there. So talking to Danny Morshead yesterday, he said that they lost the game at the line of scrimmage and we were manhandled. We lost the physicality game, as he said, took ourselves out of too many plays, weren't disciplined with our assignments, got beat on that counter that Winslow loves to run quite a few times. So he knows that Winslow is disciplined. He knows they're going to get after it physically, and they've got to match that in order for Winslow, or in order, that is, for Madison to have a chance in this game. And I'm just talking about a chance in this game.
I agree.
All right, quick timeout. Back with more of our pregame show. Madison and Winslow next on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet and AJ Knight welcoming you back to Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow. It's a partly cloudy day. It's chilly, 44 degrees here at game time, with the wind blowing. Let's see, Winslow has won the toss, and the Raiders have elected to receive. The wind is blowing left to right as we look at it, 10 to 15 miles per hour according to the weather app. So Winslow will get the ball first, and they will receive down to our right. Madison will kick off from left to right. So Aaron Rodgers, not that Aaron Rodgers, the Madison Aaron Rodgers will kick off. Let me just specify that. We'll kick off for the Madison Bulldogs. So the 2-6 Bulldogs in the playoffs for the first time since 2018, and having broken an 18-game losing streak this year, taking on the Winslow Black Raiders 4-4. AJ ran down the kind of odd season Winslow has had. When they are good, they are very good, and when they're not, well, they get blown out. That's how it's gone this year for the Winslow Black Raiders. So it's the Class D North playoffs, the Raiders and the Madison Bulldogs. Madison, of course, with a rich football tradition that goes way, way back. It's taken a while, though, for them to build things back, but here they are. And, of course, the Winslow Black Raiders, it goes without saying how incredibly good this tradition is here in Winslow.
Yeah, we got a Legends of the Game specifically covering a lot of that.
Broderick Bimson back on the far side. Isaiah Costigan in the middle. Alex Hardy is on the near side wearing number 2. And we are ready to roll here in Winslow. Aaron Rodgers. And it's an onside kick, and it is recovered by one of the upmen, a lineman for Winslow, Billy Wheeler. Good hands on the lineman. And so Madison, Danny Moore said, goes with some trickery to start. Does not pay off, but I like the boldness of it.
I respect that. I think it's the 2-7 matchup. You're on the road. Go for broke. I mean, losing by 50, losing by whatever, you're still done for the season, so you might as well put everything out there.
So Winslow 1st and 10 on the onside kick, recovered by Wheeler at their own 48-yard line with Tucker Pomelo at quarterback, wearing number 3 for those of you watching on our stream. Fullback Broderick Bimson, double wing as usual, and Pomelo sets them down. A pitch, a handoff to Liam Fortin, and Fortin over the 50 and driven by the pile to about the 48-yard line. That is nearly a 5-yard gain on first down, and that kind of play is the kind of play that we're going to see a lot of here. 2 men touching the football after the snap to Tucker Pomelo. So a gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5 at the Madison 47-yard line. Fortin is lined up wing right. Bimson is the fullback. It's a quarterback keeper, and Pomelo, with that big body of his, really can't get much of a surge. The whistles haven't blown yet. Finally they do at the 45-yard line. A big pile there. And at the bottom of the pile for the Madison Bulldogs, number 71, Mason Courtney, 6'2", 210-pound lineman, and a gain of about 2. So it's 3rd and 3 at the Madison 46. Pomelo over to talk to Wes Littlefield. And got the play here, 3rd down and 3. First series of the game. Winslow looking to keep this drive alive. Fortin is wing right. Hassan Hobby wing left. Bimson the fullback. Pomelo sets them down, 3rd and 3. 7 men on the line of scrimmage. A sweep to Fortin. Can he get around the corner? There's a flag down. This is going to come back. He does. He is upended at the 35-yard line. The tackle on the play by Jason Almeida, but this is going to come back. It is holding on the offense.
Yeah, you can see that there on the Mid-State Machine replay. Hobby grabbing a defender there trying to seal the edge. And that was in the backfield as well.
So if you're going to hold him, you may as well just muckle right onto him, and he did. If you're going to get caught,
in the words of Rick Mahorn, if you're going to get a foul, don't make it a cheap one.
Get your money's worth out of it.
Get your money's worth.
So it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and they'll mark it off, and Winslow will back up to its own 44-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and roughly 13.
Yeah. And for Madison, you talk about, Mike, obviously line of scrimmage going to be so big for the Bulldogs defense. But if Winslow shoots themselves in the foot, this is the time for the Madison defense. You got to step up and in these possessions without points for the Black Raiders offense.
3rd down and 13 from the 44. Double wing. Going to hand it off. This is Hobby. Hobby, 2 hands on the ball. He gets to midfield, plows ahead to the 45. And while it is not enough for a first down, it does set up a makeable 4th down opportunity here. And I don't think there's any doubt that Wes Littlefield is going to go for it on 4th and less than 2. We have a bird's eye view up here in the upper deck of this press box. And it is 4th down and just slightly over a yard.
That was a big run by Holly. Said it's a big deal because it puts you in this very makeable 4th down.
Double wing. 8 men up on the line of scrimmage for Madison. 4th down and less than 2. Some movement, and this is a dead ball foul that'll be on the offense. So let's see what West Littlefield does after the 5-yard penalty. So it goes from 4th and about 2 to 4th and about 7. No, it's on the defense. So forget what I just said. It's a 1st down for the offense. So Pomerleau drew him off sides.
What a break.
And a freebie.
And it goes without saying, those are the things Madison can't do today.
Absolutely cannot. That will crush a 2-6 football team real fast. So Winslow, tip to tap, says thank you very much, and they get a 1st and 10 at the 39. 9:15 to go in the first quarter. This is the first possession of the game for either side. Double wing. Bimson is the fullback. 7 men up on the line of scrimmage. Fortin goes in motion. They go fullback, and Bimson with a stiff arm and down at the 36-yard line is where they're going to spot him. Finishing it off there for the Madison Bulldogs, Jason Almeida, the senior. It's a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Today's game is brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. They're one of the sponsors here of Winslow football as well on the scoreboard.
Well, it's safe to assume they're watching this.
Always involved in the community. I'm sure Chris Gauntz and his wife Lynn Ann are glued to this broadcast right now.
I knew it.
2nd down and 7. Hobby bounces outside. There's room there. 30 cuts. 25. Hobby, great run. 1st down, Winslow. He is spotted down at the 22. Give Hobby 14 and a 1st down.
A nice run. I know that for Winslow in that stretch, you'd look at that 0-4 and you go, what happened? I know they were banged up, and so I think it's one of the things big for them, Mike, is they're getting a little bit healthy, too, as we get into this postseason.
Yeah, and there's been a tremendous amount of sickness going around all of these schools. Well, I've heard tell of kids with pneumonia, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, it's been bad. I mean, everywhere it feels like.
1st and 10 at the 22. Double wing for Tucker Pomerleau in this scoreless ball game with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pomerleau turns, hands to Fortin. Fortin to the 15. Fortin is hit there and finished off on the tackle is Devin Giroux. But a gain of 7 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and about 3. Ball right on the 15-yard line. So Winslow in the red zone as they have driven it down the field. Some help with an offside penalty that gave Winslow a 1st down on 4th down. 2nd down and 3 at the 15. Pomerleau brings him out, double wing. Hobby left wing, Fortin right wing. Hobby goes in motion, little pitch to him. Pomerleau with a block, 1st down to the 5. He'll scoot into the end zone. Hassan Hobby virtually untouched. A 15-yard score. Winslow scores first. They lead it 6-0.
And just nice job there. It's, again, one of the things with Winslow is the quarterback obviously adds to the running game, even not as a runner there, because Tucker Pomerleau not unfamiliar with turning around and throwing a couple blocks.
Hassan Hobby, tremendous kicker, will attempt the conversion here. Fortin will hold. Touchdown comes at the 4:54 mark of the first. Hobby steps it off. Snap right on the money, and the kick is just over that crossbar and good. 7:06 to go in the first. Winslow takes it right down the field, 52 for a score. And the score from Winslow, Winslow 7, Madison nothing. You're watching playoff football on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
7-0 Winslow, and the Raiders ready to kick it off. Putting ball on tee, Noah Harding. And back deep to return, Jason Almeida. He's the deep man, couple of up men, about 10 yards upfield, but Almeida is who they want handling this football. And Harding, 230-pound lineman, kicks it straight on and drives it pretty deep. It's a good kick. Almeida lets it get by him. That's a live ball, picks it up at the 12. Now there is trouble. There's nothing but black and orange all around him, and down he goes. So Almeida, with a big mistake not fielding that and letting it go by him, and it's down at the 14-yard line.
Curious to see, obviously, these two, that very lopsided matchup between these two teams at the beginning of the season, but it was the second game of the season. We've obviously seen Madison in action. Cornforth, that'd be the one to watch out for me, Mike. That big number 88 tight end. He's got some solid hands. He's got good size.
He's got good speed. He's slot right, wide to the right side is 22 Bryce Horton. And Jaden Horton in the shotgun. We liked what we saw of him in Madison against MCI. Flips it, and it hits the back of his lineman. It hit his left tackle there, Mason Courtney, and falls to the ground with a thud, incomplete.
Actually, nice job there. You see in the Mid-State Machinist replay, the defensive end jumped up and got his hands up, nearly pinned it to the back of the tackle.
Could have been a pick.
Could have been. It was close.
Second down and 10. Last night, of course, we saw the Lawrence Bulldogs just blitz Skowhegan 42-13. The Messalonski Eagles blitz the Gardner Tigers, too. So the semis are set in Class B North. Lawrence Coney, that's where we'll be on Friday night in Augusta.
Can't wait.
And Meso will be down at Falmouth for a rematch.
Yeah, second time in 3 weeks those teams are going to play each other.
Bryce Horton wide to the right. Slot man again is Cornforth. Jaden Horton calls for the ball. Back to throw. Loads it up left side. Downfield receiver wasn't looking for it. That was Jason Almeida who fumbled that or bobbled that kickoff. That was a good throw, but Almeida was not to the ball as of yet. 2nd and 10. So Danny Moorshead comes out slinging it on the first two plays.
Pretty good play call. Almeida had some space there between that corner and that safety. But it's a layered throw. You got to be able to drop it in there, and obviously Horton kind of airmailed it.
So 3rd and 10, not where Madison wants to be. 6:51 to go in the first. And Winslow leading 7-0 on a 15-yard run by Hassan Hobby. All right, Horton with Jacob Holinsky, a solid running back behind him in a shotgun eye. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Back to throw. Horton better get rid of it. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Looks downfield. Man open, and it's picked off. It is picked off on the play. Rolling is Alex Hardy. The intended receiver was Cornforth. He was open. The ball well underthrown.
As you saw there, and a defender an advantage in that situation because he could see the fact that it's going to be underthrown. So Hardy able to react to it, get underneath it, and pick that one off.
So an interception by Hardy. And it's 1st and 10 Winslow at the 30-yard line of Madison. The Raiders in business already up 7-0. And Hardy with a pick. Tucker Pomerleau brings him out. Bimson is the fullback. Wing right is Fortin. Wing left is Hobby. It's pretty much the formation every play. And he might have drawn them off sides, did Tucker Pomerleau. Coming from the far side at defensive end was Jaden Horton. And there's a free 5. And again, a 2-6 football team cannot commit sins like that.
No, you can't, especially on a change of possession in plus territory.
Second offsides penalty on Madison, 2 for 10. So it goes to 1st and 5, an offensive coordinator's dream. Could pretty much call anything.
Hard play action obviously coming right now.
Pretty much call anything. Double wing. In motion is Hobby. Hobby, that's the play they scored on. He's got room outside to the 20, still going. Hobby to the 15, and down he goes there, but he gets a first down on 1st and 5, and they will move the sticks. That's a really good play for Hobby, who veers off to the right. That's what he scored on the first drive. Here he gets to the 14-yard line and a first down. That's an 11-yard pickup.
Yeah, and like you said, specifically, Madison mentioned that sweep action, and right there, Hobby he's got 4 carries, 52 yards. He's averaging 13 yards a carry. He's got a long way to go to average what Colton Carter did last night, but
16.66666.
He had a night.
First and 10 at the 14 officially. Double wing. Hobby in motion. Pitch. Handoff now to Fortin. Fortin to the 10. Fortin to the 5. Spun around. And Liam Fortin has the first down, and it's going to be goal to go for Winslow. They hand it to Hobby. He pitched it to Fortin. And it is first and goal at the 2.
That's a nice blend. Fortin, I think, adds a little bit more physicality. Not slow by any stretch. Let me be very clear about that. But Fortin runs a little bit more edge than I think Hobby does, so you get a nice little blend between those two.
First and goal at the 2. Winslow 7. Madison nothing. Raiders looking to change that here. Pomerleau with a late word for Bimson. First and goal in motion is Hobby. Hobby behind the right tackle, gets in, touchdown Winslow. Hassan Hobby with a 2-yard touchdown run. He's got both scores. And this one's set up off a turnover. Comes at the 6:43 mark. So Hobby with a 2-yard run. Raiders go 30 yards on a short field. And Hobby now for the conversion.
Just going to pile up all the points.
Well, he's got 13 so far. Snap is good. Kick is right down Broadway by Hobby. And so, with 5:17 to go in the first quarter, it is all Winslow. The Raiders off to a jackrabbit start. It's Winslow 14, Madison nothing. This is playoff football on the Score.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
1 minute and 49 seconds between Winslow touchdowns, thanks to the pick by Hardy, and the Raiders lead at 14-0. Not a formula for success for Madison. And so ready to kick off again, Noah Harding. And once again, Almeida is deep, hoping to play the football better than he did the first time. Harding, a straight-on kicker. You just don't see it anymore. Or if he's got a square toe cleat. That one is short. Taken at the 26 to the 30, 35, and over the 35 to the 45, and to the 47-yard line. Bryce Horton. Nice return by Horton, who, of course, is a starting wide receiver. So Horton with a great return. Madison's in good shape here. First and 10, their best field position, obviously, of the day, at their own 48-yard line.
And I think, again, I can understand. I think Madison has a couple of nice weapons in the passing game, but Helinski's a good running back. You have to get him involved.
Yeah, I think you got to do that here. You got to slow this game down. First and 10, Madison from the shotgun, 3 wide to the left. Helinski is the running back, not going to run it here. Flushed out of the pocket. Horton throws, has a man downfield, overthrows Cornforth. So they have thrown the ball on every play, and nothing has worked.
And there, I think you see a little bit of that, again, kind of an inexperienced team still finding its self-identity. That one, Horton lets it go deep. Cornforth still working towards the sideline, so confusion between receiver and quarterback on what to do with the hot route.
So incomplete, 2nd and 10. Danny Mooreshead coming out here, chucking it all over the place, having no success. 2nd down and 10, 5:04 to go in the first quarter. It's 14-0 already. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Helinski, the running back, to the right of Jaden Horton. Horton fumbles the snap. It's on the ground, and he gets on it. It was there for anybody, but he got on it. Helinski covers him. And disaster avoided there by Jaden Horton, but a loss on the play of nearly 5, so it'll be 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15.
Not what you want out of your first rush either.
And Horton might be hurt. Horton is to the sideline. He is hurt. He is standing at midfield at the 50-yard line. And Devin Giroux, a freshman, has come in. Giroux, number 15, so talk about some pressure. No big deal. Come in down 14-0 in a 3rd and 16 situation for the freshman. Giroux calls for the ball, and he's going to throw it. He's flushed. He fires it down, and it's caught there. Estes is going to score. How about that? The kid comes off the bench and throws a 58-yard touchdown pass on his first play. Is it pass interference?
You could see it. Yeah, good.
Estes pushed off?
Yeah, you could see it there as we show the replay, and Tyler had a shot at the flag. Couldn't see the replay. But, yeah, he that's the reason that the ball just squeaked over to the defender's head.
Last night we had the Skowhegan backup quarterback come in. First play from scrimmage, a freshman also throw an 85-yard touchdown pass.
Lancaster, I believe.
And now this kid, although it's called back, it was sure fun to watch.
Whew. How about that? That was a shot in the arm. Unfortunately, again, team making those mistakes. You can go from the 42. Good gosh.
Man, all of a sudden they're all the way from having a touchdown back to their own 27-yard line.
You have to pick up a first down from Fairfield.
Benton is that way, actually, AJ.
Yeah, Benton works too.
Albion. It is.
I believe by my math, Mike, this should be 3rd and 31.
3rd and 31. Here we go. 2 to the left, 2 to the right for Devin Giroux, a freshman quarterback for Madison. Calls for the ball. Being blitzed, but Madison blocks well. He fires it downfield. Downfield, there is Almeida. He makes the catch, of course. And he's tackled at the 25-yard line. They made the first down on 3rd and 35. On 3rd and Albion, they make the first down.
That was just sort of, look, I'm going to drop back and I'm going to hurl this as far as I can. Just run. And they go from what, the 27 all the way down to the 25? Let me do some math. That's 48 yards.
A 48-yard pass play from Giroux to Almeida. And Madison is in business. 1st and 10 at the 25. And they may have found their quarterback of the future.
Again, he catch. I think Winslow trying to kind of cheating up. And whew.
Devin Giroux has 2 to the left, 2 to the right. They have thrown the ball on every play. The only play they didn't was a fumble. Back to throw. Giroux left side has it in the flat. It's caught there. Almeida breaks away to the 10. Almeida to the 5. And Almeida is down inside the 5 to the 2. It's going to be goal to go. Devin Giroux can do no wrong.
Coming out, and if Winslow all of a sudden can't track down the passing game, Madison couldn't make a completion. All of a sudden, they can't be stopped.
Their quarterback had to get hurt in order for their offense to get going. 1st and goal at the 2. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 14-0, but Madison threatening. Devin Giroux, long conference with Danny Mooreshead, his head coach, and the freshman quarterback back in the huddle. 1st and goal at the 2. Wide to the left side is Almeida. Wide to the right side for Madison, Bryce Horton. Cornforth, a big target in the slot at tight end. 1st and goal at the 2. Snap is high, and it is recovered by his running back, Jacob Helinski. And, of course, that's how starting quarterback Jaden Horton got injured on the previous bad snap, so that hurts. They go from 1st and goal at the 2, backed up now to the 15, a loss of 13. So 2nd and goal at the 15-yard line with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
That's now 2 rushes for Madison, negative 19 yards. Those scoring at home.
And I wonder if Giroux took his eye off that.
That wouldn't surprise me, Mike, especially down and tight, right? You know windows are going to be small.
And the Raiders can pretty much jailbreak every play if they're going to pass like they have been. 2nd and goal at the 15. Back to throw, Giroux runs to the right, fires it down. Cornforth is open at the 5. So Cornforth hauls it in, his first reception of the day. And it'll be 3rd and goal. They'll spot it at the 4, so a gain of 11. Let's see if Jacob Helinski factors in at all here. The wide side, the left side, the ball on the right hash. 3rd and goal at the 4. Clock running, 1:10 to go in the first. It's 14-0. Backup quarterback Devin Giroux putting on a show on this drive.
That's an understatement. I think you got to go back to Cornforth, right? He's
a big target
because he's got the size. He's got good hands too.
I mean, he just looks like a tight end,
right?
He's lined up tight right.
You got that moss too. You like to talk about.
3rd down and goal at the 5, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout called by Madison. We'll take it to 47.9 seconds left in the first quarter. When we come back, it'll be a 3rd and goal from the 5 for Madison. 14-0 Winslow. Back after this on The Score.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Our broadcast today brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. By Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. And also by Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. 3rd and goal at the 5. Huge play. Certainly 2-down territory for Madison. They got nothing to lose. Devin Giroux, the freshman quarterback, has Helinski right behind him. The snap, the give to Helinski. Helinski plows. He didn't make it. A decent surge by the offensive line. They ran that behind Brady Lavasser. And Helinski gets to, let's see where they spot it, at the 2, right on the 2. So it's 4th and goal at the 2.
And I think to your point, Mike, we knew it was 4-down territory anyway, but that play call, indicative of that. See if you can steal one, and if not, you're going to have something else for 4th down.
So Giroux over talking to Danny Moore's head.
I imagine let's just let this go to the end of the quarter, don't you think?
I don't think they're going to make it. He's got to come in and call a play. We are down to 5 seconds, so he will go back and talk to Coach Moorehead, and we will go back to a commercial. Score at the end of 1 in this Class D North playoff game here at Jerry Poulin Field in Winslow. The Winslow Black Raiders 14, the Madison Bulldogs nothing. You're watching and listening to playoff high school football on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
All right, time for our first quarter breakdown here on The Score from Winslow. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. 2 Black Raiders touchdowns, 15-yard run by Hassan Hobby, capped off a 52-yard drive off an onside kick to start the football game. Winslow recovered it. Wheeler, the lineman, recovered it. Hobby scores from 15, 7-0 Winslow as he tacked on the extra point. Then, after a pick by Alex Hardy, the Raiders had a short field, 30 yards. They take it in. Hobby, a 2-yard touchdown run. 14-0 here at the end of 1 as we go to the second. Our first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan.
And all of a sudden, right, Madison offense looked like it's sort of dead in the water. And then all of a sudden, backup quarterback comes in, and the stuff legends are made of starts happening.
All right, so starting quarterback Jaden Horton is back in. Let's see what this does. On 4th and goal at the 2, they come out in an I. He'll go under center. Horton calling signals. Pitches out right side, trying to turn the corner. There is Devin Nichols, and he did not make it. Nichols, his first carry of the game, his first appearance of the game, and he doesn't get in. So they went back to Horton, and Nichols did not get enough of a surge. He is stopped short at about the 1-yard line. Winslow takes over from there.
And a backbreaker right there for the Bulldogs. Had so much momentum going, and then you turn it over there on the 1.
So 1st and 10 Winslow. at their own 1. So a 99-yard field staring them in the face.
For Winslow, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. We're just go down 99 yards and melt the clock.
Pomerleau brings him out, double wing, Bimpson the fullback. On 1st and 10 from the 1. Hand off to Hobby, still in the end zone, turns the corner, 5 to the 10. He is out over the 10, has a first down. He's up to the 13. Give Hobby 12 and a first down. Winslow finally tracked down on the play by Xavier Estes.
Is enough for a first down.
So Hobby gets him out of trouble.
You thought for a second there, Mike, we were actually going to see a longer scrimmage play than we did last night. For a second. I know you did. I did.
We had a 90-yarder last night. That would have been 99. 1st and 10 from the 13. Pomerleau sets him down. We got a flag. Procedure. That was quick. Pomerleau had just put his hands under center, and all of a sudden the flag flew.
That head ref making no bones about it.
So Winslow with a procedure call. And so it'll be 1st and 15. This will back him up to the 8.
That ref initially put him at the 7.
Well, he moved it ahead a yard. 1st and 15 from the 8. 11:15 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Winslow. Pomerleau to Fortin. Fortin trying to sweep left side. Madison's all over it. Excellent defense. They swarm tackle. And Fortin did well to get to the 10.
That's a nice job by him getting something out of it because that looked like that was going to be worth no yards. And actually, based on the spot, it looked like he almost put the nose up to the 11.
Brian Donnelly on the stop, number 9 for those of you watching our live stream. So Donnelly stops him. And it'll be 2nd down. About 12. 2nd and 12 on this partly cloudy day. Kind of a football type day for sure.
I would agree with that. My dad would call this football weather for sure.
Yep, 2nd and 13. Double wing, Bimpson the fullback. He's not carried it yet. It's been the Hobby and Fortin show. This is going to be the Hobby show. And Hobby to the 15-yard line, not much there. And Hassan Hobby does well to get up to the 50, and it'll set up a 3rd down and about 8. Donnelly again makes the stop for Madison.
Swarm tackling a big part of any defense's game plan against Winslow, and here you go, Bulldogs, a chance to not only get them off the field as after Winslow put themselves behind the chains, but probably get some pretty decent field position too.
3rd down and 8 from the 15. Pomerleau keeps it himself, quarterback keeper, and the drive. That's awfully close to the stick, but I don't think it'll end up being enough. Let's see where they put the foot down on Pomerleau. It's the 22.
Yeah, both those refs immediately coming in with those fists up.
And so it's 4th down and just over a yard.
Kind of surprised on a 3rd and 8, you go with a QB sneak.
And I think they're going for it here. So they're going to go for it from their own 22-yard line.
Now that decision makes a lot more sense. But, man, that's extreme confidence in your offensive line right there.
I think West Littlefield invested in 4th down immediately if they didn't make it. So that's why they ran that play, because they knew they were going to run another one. So here we go, 4th and 2.
Let's remember last time they had 4th down, Mike, they got Madison to jump.
Exactly. They got a freebie. Let's see what Pomerleau does with his cadence here. 4th and 2 from the 22. Pomerleau did it again. Jumping off sides. Number 66, Billy Wheeler. So another freebie. Ouch.
Yeah, backbreaker for the Bulldogs defense because you have to know it's coming. They did it to you once already. Nice. A heads-up play. Again, Pomerleau. It shows up in the stats at penalty yards, but, I mean, that's 2 first downs he's basically stolen for his offense.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 27. They lead 14-0. Hobby wing left, Fortin wing right, Bimpson the fullback. On 1st and 10, Hobby sweeps right side, turns upfield to the 30, goes outside 35. Look at him chug 40. Hobby can't be brought down. He's all the way to the 50. One of the best runs you'll see by Hassan Hobby. A gain of 23, most of that all on his own work. Chug, chug, chug.
I mean, he drug defenders for about 13 yards.
You know, Hassan Hobby, 5'9", 155. We're not talking about some big bruising fullback type here.
Now, what I need to know, Mike, is what's he squat, though? That's what you need to tell me immediately after a play like that.
Well, those 4 players, he squatted all of them, so that's got to be like 600 pounds or 800 pounds there, right? 1st and 10 at midfield. Now Fortin gets a turn. He gets outside. Fortin turns upfield. We got a flag behind the play down below us. And Liam Fortin is rolled out of bounds, but looks like this will be called back. There's a flag on the Madison side of things at the 48-yard line. Conference now between the official who called it and the referee. And it is a personal foul on Winslow, so that run will come back.
Chop block, I believe,
works for me if you can get a look at the Mid-State Machine replay.
Oh, I believe, and based on the hand signals, what I was saying, I think that was a chop block was the call, which is a big one because that's 15 yards that the Black Raiders offense is going to cede back to the Bulldogs.
All right, so the officials back at the original line of scrimmage, which is apparently where it happened. And the mark-off begins.
Yeah, this should go back to the 35, I believe.
That's where she's going.
Well, we saw was it 3rd and 31 or 35, whatever it was, 3rd and a country mile picked up. Now Winslow's going to have 1st and 25.
Why not? Sun is trying to come out, 1st and 25 from the 35 for the Raiders. Double wing. 8 men up on the line of scrimmage for Madison. The little pitch to Hobby. Hobby in traffic, breaks a tackle as we have seen. The first set of hands usually never brings him down. We get a flag from the secondary as Hobby went down, tackled on the play by Sky Burgoyne.
Let's say I think this is going to be something after the fact. Personal foul, late hit, something like that, I believe.
So Hobby to the 40. It is a personal foul. A face mask is called on the Madison Bulldogs. So Hobby will get the 5.
Let's see what kind of variety this is.
And he will get 15 more tacked on. Ouch. And again, a 2-6 football team cannot continue to make these kinds of mistakes.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, Hobby only picks up 5, so it should have been 2nd and 20. Instead, now it's 2nd and 5.
Right. So they've really shot themselves in the foot. Pomerleau brings him out. 2nd down and 5 from the 45-yard line of Madison. The Raiders lead it here 14-0. A pitch, a handoff. Here's Fortin in traffic and nowhere to go there. Finishing him off on the play, Sky Burgoyne. And having him by the ankles, bottom of the pile, Aaron Rodgers. Not that Aaron Rodgers, the other Aaron Rodgers.
That was a nice job by Aaron Rodgers because he was at the bottom of a pancake block and was able to get a hold of Fortin's shoestrings to keep him from really going anywhere.
Because the real or the more well-known Aaron Rodgers is probably in a dark cave right now or something like that. Even though the Jets did manage to win Thursday night.
They did. And he made sure to let everybody know he was almost flawless in the second half.
Right, he had 3 touchdown passes.
Even though he was gosh awful in the first half.
3rd and 4 at the 43. All of a sudden, the officials walk in, and I think they want some clarification themselves on something about the down. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that confuses me because you count the run.
Right.
And so it should be 3rd down, but I don't get that. So whatever.
2nd down and 4 from the Madison 43. Handoff, it's Hobby. Right side, rides his block, 40. Great job by Hobby, 35, and he's rolled out of bounds. Seth Bard was leading the charge. He was his bodyguard there, and Bard cleared out a hole. And that's great running, though, by Hobby, too. Watch him on the Mid-State Machine replay, ride his blocker until the hole opened up. Nice job by Hassan Hobby.
Oh, it's just veteran. It's just a veteran play because I think sometimes you'll have those running backs leave that thinking they can just get out and outrun the corner instead of just following that block.
6 minutes to go in the first half. It's 14-0.
By the way, that took Hobby over the century mark.
Already 1st and 10. He might be the leading candidate to be our flagship Cinemas score player of the game. Fake Pomerleau keeps Pomerleau 30. That was a great job there to sell that by Tucker Pomerleau. and he is a little short of the first down. About 2 yards away.
That was a heck of a play and a good execution, too.
Heck of a job by Tucker Parmelo. His second carry of the day.
Everybody bit, including me. I was on the running backs.
2nd down and 2. From the 25 of Madison. Parmelo, double wing. 8 men up. Pitch to Fortin. Fortin gets a block, bounces outside, then gets stood up. I'm not sure he got enough of a surge there. Helinski finished him off along with Xavier Estes.
He's a little slow to get up too, Mike. He
got
took
hit pretty
an extra
hard.
second. Yeah.
He was stood right up, and he was wide open for a hit.
Give him a yard.
It'll be 3rd and about 1.
But yeah, he took a second there to kind of catch his breath.
3rd and 1.
It's worth noting the game did get away from Winslow, but the last time we were here, me and Coach Coughlin, he got hit late in the first half. Or it was either late first half, early second half, and didn't play the rest of the game against Wells.
3rd down and 1. Let's see what Parmelo does with that cadence. The pitch, Hobby with a first down. Hobby with more, 20. Hobby again dragging tacklers. He does not go down easy. Finishing him off was Helinski. But that is a first down for Winslow. At the 21-yard line, they'll move the sticks.
And that was close. Madison, I think, potentially flirted there with a horse collar, as you saw on the Mid-State Machine Instant Replay.
1st and 10 at the 21. Parmelo on a keeper. They pig pile, and it ends. No, he broke off. Parmelo was not wrapped up. He didn't get much more, but he did break away from the pig pile and got to the 19.
I say, when they ran that first one way back in the first drive, generally that's the case, is that he doesn't get wrapped up. Eventually just forward progress stops, and you don't see him break that out, but a nice heads-up play there. Madison was just in a pretty solid position to defend it, but that's there.
2nd down and 8 up the 19-yard line. Clock running now, 3:40 to go in the first half.
Man, good gosh. Did Madison run 1 or 2 plays to start the second quarter, Mike?
I forget.
It was 2 max, and Winslow just melting this clock.
Parmelo almost drew somebody offside. The pitch, then a handoff to Hobby. Hobby 15. Hobby breaks away. Hobby will score. It's a touchdown for Hassan Hobby. And it's 20-0 Raiders.
19 yards for the house as Hobby is having himself a day. Mike, can I interest you in 12 carries, 130 yards, and 3 tutties?
Wow. Have a game. And that is a 99-yard drive. Comes at 8:41. And Hobby will attempt to score his 21st point of the day. Fortin to hold, snap good. Kick is up. Kick is good. So Hassan Hobby with all 21 points. The score with 3:19 to go in the first half. The Winslow Black Raiders 21 and the Madison Bulldogs nothing. You're watching and listening to Playoff Football on The Score.
At Hite Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Hite Chevy. Hite Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Hite family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Well, since Hassan Hobby has scored all 21 points, has over 100 yards rushing, you may as well let him kick off, right? That's exactly what Winslow's going to do.
I heard he's doing the halftime entertainment, too.
He might be. Might come up here and do color in the second half.
Put me out of a job.
Hobby's going to squib it. And it is taken at the 25-yard line, 30, and to the 35-yard line. That's the end of that. So Hobby and Winslow decide to kick it short. Decent field position for Madison here, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, again, just to reiterate, we went to the quarter break. Madison had, I believe, 4th and goal. Horton comes back in. They run the ball. They don't get it. And then Winslow drives 99 yards and burns pretty much 9 minutes of the second quarter to go up 21-0. I mean, is that not the most Winslow-esque drive you've ever heard of? Uh-oh. Mike's catching that a little bit. It's going around.
Nah, just cold, runny nose. It's not anything. I don't have any sickness.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just had to take care of it. 1st and 10. And the kid is back in at quarterback for Madison, Devin Giroux. He has 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They're all spread out. I think he's going to throw. Lobs it downfield. Cornforth there, picked off again by Alex Hardy, his second pick of the game. A little bit underthrown, and Hardy takes advantage of it. And he picks off Giroux at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, again, underthrow. Cornforth's there hard to, as we had the
he was open.
In tight shot, just not in the right spot. And how about that, Mike? Just when you thought Hassan Hobby was absolutely the runaway favorite, no chance player of the game, Hardy snags his second pick of the first half.
Well, 2 picks by Hardy. That puts him on the board with us. But Hobby has scored every point and has over 100 yards rushing. That's pretty tough to top. So 1st and 10 Raiders. They have 3:05 to go in the first half. They have all 3 timeouts. So they can run their offense. Pomerleau brings him out, sets him down. 1st and 10 from the Winslow 47. And he's going to throw it. After a couple of play fakes, wide open is Fortin. He couldn't be any more open, and he dropped it. Goodness gracious sakes alive. Apparently he was too open.
I was actually just going to say that because he had to stand there and I think about it a little bit. That was a walk-in touchdown.
All I can think of is the Steelers-Cowboys Super Bowl from 40-plus years ago when Jackie Smith, the tight end, was wide open in the end zone. Roger Staubach threw the ball right in his hands. He dropped it, and Vern Lundquist was doing the play-by-play, and he said, bless his heart.
Yeah.
It's one of the great calls in Super Bowl history.
I mean, if it
bless Liam Fortin's heart.
If he wouldn't have been down, Liam Fortin could have done the worm into the end zone.
Back to throw. They're going to try it again. Pomerleau's in trouble. The pass is tipped and batted down there by Aaron Rodgers. So they play action again. It was the same formation and the same call, actually. And I'll tell you what, Fortin was down there again, wide open. Why not try it again?
I'm going to say, Mike, here.
I want them to finish this play.
Here that, I mean, they're pretty much at midfield. You knew this was probably 4-down territory regardless of yardage the first 3 plays coming in. So why not? Chuck it again.
3rd and 10 from the 47. Let's see. Fortin is wing right. Hobby is wing left. The pitch to Fortin. Fortin midfield, breaks a tackle, bounces outside 40. Back to the middle to the 45, then to the 40, and he put his head down, and he absolutely leveled the tackler there, Jacob Helinski, and Liam Fortin's got a first down. Excellent run by Fortin. Helinski felt that.
Give him 13 on that one. He cut back there, tough to see. Obviously, we're on the far sideline, but Pomerleau set him up with a block on that far sideline. I think he could have gotten out there.
Pomerleau can block.
And he would have been on his high horse, I think, to the end zone.
1st and 10, Winslow from the Madison 39. The Raiders lead 21-0. Double wing. Pitch to Hobby. Hobby outside 35. Hobby 30. Hobby 25. Hobby 20. Hobby 15. I thought he stepped out of bounds. He did. He stepped out of bounds at the 11-yard line, but Hassan Hobby goes for 28 and sets Winslow up with a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I don't think he needed to either. I don't think he needed that extra space, but yeah, good call. Actually, Mike, they put him all the way down at the 6.
You're right. It is at the 6.
By the way, that now gives Hobby 13 carries, 163 yards.
He's having a day. So Hobby down to the 6 where it is 1st and goal. Raiders double wing. Madison defensively right up tight. Little pitch to Fortin. Fortin in traffic there. Breaks away from the pack and scores. Liam Fortin with a 6-yard touchdown run. He's on the board. And the Raiders lead is 27-0.
I'd say it's nice of Winslow to finally give someone besides Hobby all the touchdown carries.
And
Actually, I'm just going to make the argument Hobby stepped out of bounds on purpose to give Fortin that one.
And Fortin must feel good because he scores a touchdown after dropping a surefire touchdown pass from Tucker Parmelo. Here's Hobby looking to attack point number 28 on the board. Fortin holds. Snap good. Driven right through. 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's all Raiders. Winslow 28, Madison nothing. You're watching and listening to Class D North football playoff action on The Score.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
A 53-yard touchdown drive by the Winslow Black Raiders, capped off on a 6-yard touchdown run by Hassan Hobby.
Liam Fortin.
Excuse me, by Liam Fortin. You're correct. I'm just so used to saying that Hobby scores the touchdowns today because he scored the previous 3, but let's give credit where credit is due. Fortin from 6. Hobby with a conversion. It's 28-0, and Hobby ready to kick off. Almeida back in the middle, deep. He is flanked on one side by Xavier Estes. On the near side, it's Bryce Horton. Hobby pooched his last one. I don't understand this, but that's just me. I'm just never going to get this, AJ. You got to help me here. I might have to go to counseling about this kickoff stuff.
I'm with you, too, especially the way your defense is playing. Wouldn't you rather try and kick it deep, pin him deep, and get yourself?
What was wrong with Harding kicking it back to the 20 to the 15-yard line?
I'm with you.
And you're up 28-0. You give him the ball here at the 48. Now there's a penalty on the play, too, which looks like it's going to be on Winslow.
I would say, Mike, you and I talked about this last night, too, because we saw Skowhegan do this and then Lawrence immediately make him pay for it. I don't understand
it's on Madison
giving a short field when we're at the 2-minute warning of the second quarter, basically.
I'm giving nobody a short field ever. I am going to give them the longest field I always can. The penalty here is really going to help out Winslow. I don't know what the call was.
I think they said low block or went low.
All right, so Madison has it at the 30. Yeah, they better hurry up and get out there.
They had to cede 15 yards, which, by the way, that's the 6th Bulldog penalty for 60 yards.
So a timeout has been called by Winslow. We will keep it right here. Gives us a chance to tell you that our broadcasts are made possible by great people like Computer Improvements. From sales of computers and accessories to service, they are your computer go-to store. And you can score there. Heights Chevrolet, our family is here for your family. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. And Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected at Connected Credit Union.
Oh, Winslow this first. Oh, Hassan Hobby, actually, this first half. That's the correct way, I think, to state that.
2 minutes to go. Madison with the football. And they will keep Devin Giroux, the freshman, in there at quarterback. He's got Davin Nichols, a sophomore, at running back. So the starting quarterback and starting running back out of the game. 1st and 10 from the 33. Giroux hands it off to Nichols. That developed way too slow. Nichols had no shot there. Shooting up, making the tackle, Bimson. And a loss of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. It took Winslow a while to rev the engine and get rolling, but they have done so.
By the way, that's technically the 5th offensive rush for Madison, and they have 5 rushes for negative 18 yards.
That hasn't worked out very well.
Not very.
Here's Devin Giroux in the shotgun, has 3 to the right, 2 to the left, an empty backfield. Blitzing is Fortin. He gets rid of it, fires it right side. Good throw out there. It's caught out there by Bryce Horton. And Horton is rolled down at the 37-yard line. Didn't get out of bounds, unfortunately for him, but now they are going to stop the clock, and a timeout is called. That's why. So Madison takes time. We'll take it to 1:02 to go in the first half. Madison with the football, 28-0 Winslow. Back after this on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
1 minute, 2 seconds left first half. 3rd and 6 for Madison from their own 37. Bulldogs down 28-0 with freshman quarterback Devin Giroux. 5 wide. Giroux calls for the ball. Back to throw. Flushed. Better get out of there. He does. Has a man downfield. It's Almeida. Almeida not able to bring it in. Defended by Giovanni Garcia. But Almeida could not bring it in. Certainly a contested catch for sure. And it'll be 4th and 6.
Pretty good throw, though, on the run, to be honest with you. And I think Almeida, like we said a couple times last night, both quarterbacks, receivers didn't do him any favors early last night's game. Old rule of thumb is your receiver, you want to be a pass catcher, you get your hands on the ball, you're supposed to come down with it. Otherwise, go play defensive back.
Right, which is what happens with wide receivers who can't catch footballs. They go play corner.
Yeah.
4th and 6. Why not, says Danny Mooreshead, with 55 seconds left in the half and down 28-0. And a freshman quarterback. Giroux. Back to throw, flushed again, in trouble, fires right side. Cornforth is there, has got to make a play. Did he?
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I am not sure. He twinkled toe right in front of the stick. Let's see. Did Nathan Cornforth get far enough? That's where the ball is, and he's got the first. How about that? Tightrope action there by Cornforth.
That was a heck of a move there just to get Skinny on the sideline, even give him a chance.
And give Giroux credit. I mean, he was under siege there. And he made the throw. 1st and 10 Madison from their own 43. 47.7 seconds left in the half. 4 wide. Running back is Helinski. For the freshman, Devin Giroux. Giroux back to throw. Throws it short of Davin Nichols, excuse me. Davin Nichols, who actually was in the backfield rather than Helinski. So it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. That stops the clock with 43.9.
I ran that wheel route, was actually pretty open there, but Giroux didn't really set his feet when he delivered that.
All right, Giroux has the play. .9 to go. Davin Nichols in the backfield. 2 left, 2 right. Cornforth, the slot wide left is Horton. Giroux, a little more time this time. Downfield, Cornforth is there. Ball tipped, and guess who? Alex Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy knocked that one down. Again, I think pretty decent throw. A little short, but Hardy makes a nice play. You want to put that out in front of Cornforth because he catches that. He's still rumbling upfield. But still, this kid, like, watch out for this Bulldog quarterback in the future.
He's a freshman, I'm telling you. He's got some game.
That's a nice throw. Still, overall, a pretty nice throw. But a heck of a play by Hardy, who's having a really good defensive first half.
Sure is. 2 picks in that deflection there. 3rd down and 10. 4 wide. Nichols, the running back. Back to throw Giroux. Giroux rolls left. He is in serious trouble. He threw it away, or was it a fumble? What are they going to call? Did he throw that away, or was it a fumble? They're calling it a sack or what?
I think.
And now there's a flag out. They're calling it grounding.
I think that's correct because the closest, there's not a receiver anywhere near him.
So intentional grounding is the call. So it was going to be fourth down anyway, and this will absolutely assure us of a fourth down.
They have a discussion, but I mean, there's nobody there, and I'm pretty sure, based on what you can see, he was still well inside the tackle box.
So all of this going on with 29.1 seconds left. All the officials.
That's an understanding. Mike, you want to get in there and give your opinion too?
So they pick up the flag. It is not intentional grounding. They say apparently there was somebody in the area, so it's an incomplete pass. And now it is fourth down and 10. The difference, it was going to be fourth and 10 or fourth down anyway. The difference is it's not fourth and 25.
Real quick, Mike. So I think he just waved off the penalty. I think they actually called it a sack.
Yes. Fourth and 10. So not an incomplete pass, but a sack. Giroux down the middle, throws, caught. And down at the 40-yard line is Bryce Horton. And he is short of a first down. Winslow will take over with 21 seconds left in the half. And the Raiders take over at the 40.
I gotta do some math here on that sack, where that sack ended up happening.
All right, so 21.6 for Winslow. They have used one timeout. And they come out spread out. First time today, 3 left, 2 right. Bimpson the running back. Pomerleau in the gun. We don't see this from Winslow much. Pomerleau with time. Pomerleau fires downfield. What the heck? Receiver falls down. That was Isaiah Costigan, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, there just wasn't much. That was a lot of traffic there, and obviously doesn't help that Costigan loses his footing.
So all of that took 7 seconds, 14.7 left in the second quarter. It'll be second down and 10 from the 40. Winslow up 28-0. Raiders will get the ball to start the second half. No, excuse me, they'll kick off. They did receive the football, my bad. All right, Costigan wide right. Wide to the left side is Alex Hardy. They go back to the double wing, though. They are going to throw out of it. The throw over the head of Isaiah Costigan. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
All right, I believe I did my math here correctly, Mike. So that sack was an 11-yard sack. Took me a second. I had to go back, check the mid-state machine replay, scour over it, count on my fingers and toes.
Be careful.
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of brain. It got a lot warmer in here with all the brain energy I was using.
3rd and 10. Again, they spread out 2 and 2. Bimpson the running back, Pomerleau in the shotgun. 3rd and 10 for Winslow. Coming in motion is Hobby. Handoff, then a pitch. It's a reverse. Here is Fortin around the corner. Fortin is going out of bounds. There's a flag down, though, and this is going to come back. Alex Hardy puts his hands over his eyes and says, "It was me."
Yeah, you could see there late as he's kind of pushing, grabbing, and then, to your point, you even see the acting there, or the reaction, excuse me.
So the Fortin first down run negated.
Should be shorter on this 3rd down because they marked that, I think, about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. Yeah.
So the line of scrimmage will be the 38. So it will be 3rd and 8. 4 seconds left, 4.2.
This one, everybody running the end zone. I'm going to throw you a 500 ball and see if someone comes down with it.
Raiders will spread it out. 2 and 2. Costigan wide right, Fortin slot. You got Hobby. You got Hardy wide to the left. Bimps in the back. Down and distance don't matter much. It's 3rd and 38. Pomerleau fires right side. It's caught by Fortin. No, he dropped it, and that is the end of the first half. A domination situation going on here in this one. At the half of this Class D North playoff game, the score, the Winslow Black Raiders 28 and the Madison Bulldogs nothing. You're watching and listening to Playoff Football on the place for local sports, Sports Radio 1160, WSKW, The Score.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Time for our second quarter breakdown, presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. We've got a 28-0 score here at the half, and half the points in the first quarter, the other half in the second quarter for Winslow as we look at our second quarter breakdown. Hassan Hobby, 19-yard touchdown run, capping off a 99-yard drive by Winslow. Hobby with a conversion. That came at 8:41. That made it 21-0. Just a minute and 19 later, Winslow has scored quick here today. Fortin with a 6-yard touchdown run. That's after earlier in the drive he dropped a short-fire long touchdown pass from Tucker Pomerleau, but he went in from 6 yards out. Hobby with the conversion. 53-yard drive capping off there. 28-0 Winslow. That's where we stand right now. Our second period breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. Winslow has sputtered at times here, but not very many times, just a few, in running out to a 28-0 lead. Madison, of course, up against it here today, a 2-6 team that lost to Winslow 52-7 earlier this year. Mistakes, penalties, and inopportune times have certainly hurt the Bulldogs as we watch these first half highlights.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, too, is I think I don't want to take anything away from Horton. I thought Horton played well in the game we had when Madison hosted MCI. But kind of an identity issue where all of a sudden Horton comes out and really struggles. And you see there, the kid comes out, throws a touchdown that didn't count, and then Giro delivers that bomb to Almeida, which set him up. Horton comes in. This is a 4th and goal. They don't pick up. That set up the 99-yard drive you heard Mike talk about in the second quarter breakdown. But Horton has struggled today, and for whatever reason, the freshman, has at least given them an opportunity, I think, to move the ball a little bit. But like you said, Madison trying to build something after having the state's longest losing streak, and I think you see some of those mistakes today as to why you're a program still trying to fix that stuff. As the saying goes, you lose big, then you lose small, and then you win small, and yada, yada, yada. So they're still trying to figure out how to lose small. But it's just so tough because the problem with Winslow is if you don't score, especially when you talk about teenagers, I feel like mentally you start to speed yourself up because you're just not going to get that many possessions against this offense, and you see why. That 99-yard drive burned 9 minutes of the second quarter.
Yeah. It burned up a lot of the second quarter. It burned up most of the second quarter, and it allowed Winslow to score just 2 touchdowns because that drive took so long, and it came 8 minutes and 41 seconds in, so basically a 9-minute drive there to go 99 yards. Just really, really impressive. Winslow's offensive line, and when I talked to Wes Littlefield yesterday, he specifically talked about personnel moves. They moved some people from guard to tackle to guard, etc., and it's paid off, he thinks, big time. And you've got those 2 wingbacks, Fortin and Hobby, who are as reliable as they get. Bimson hasn't carried the ball yet. He's a very good ball carrier. And, of course, Tucker Pomerleau is a load, and I think Pomerleau's thrown the ball very well here today when they've decided to throw. It's not their thing, but he has thrown it well.
I think he's put it on the spot. Again, it's sort of a similar theme we had last night. Receivers not necessarily doing the QB the most favors. But I think something, too, Mike, and you and I talked about early in the season, and I mentioned it, something that's different for Winslow this year as opposed to last year is I think last year Tucker Pomerleau goes down in their preseason game that they had, their little scrimmage, and I think it gets sort of written off because you think to yourself, oh, well, Winslow doesn't throw the ball. They can just put in anybody else because they're going to run their wing T. Well, not necessarily, because then with Pomerleau, it's not only can you do that spread that they occasionally mix in just to give themselves a different look, but it's on top of that little fake pitch that he kept, or the heads-up play where he runs the quarterback sneak, realizes he doesn't get wrapped up, and bounces outside. It's just some of those subtle things a veteran quarterback adds to the offense. It just makes them more dynamic that I think is sort of written off because you think to yourself, well, Winslow's going to run 50 times. They don't need their quarterback. And that's different this year because he's been healthy the whole season.
Let's run down some of the scores from last night on our Hammond Lumber Company halftime. Messalonsky beat Gardner 27-6 in Class B North, so they move on to play Falmouth on Friday night. Lawrence, as we had here on the score, you can find it in the vault at centralmainsports.com and also on our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. They rolled over Gardner by a score of 42-6. So Lawrence will play Coney. They rolled over Skowhegan 42-13. Skowhegan, the number 6 seed, and so they move on. They will play the Coney Rams on Friday night at Fuller Field in Augusta. We'll have it right here on the score.
Yes, we will.
Also last night, Class C North, it was Oceanside over Hamden Academy, 40-35. Brewer and Nokomis are playing as we speak right now. And elsewhere in Class B North, it was Old Town over MCI by a score of 30-0. So the 5 seed beat the 4 seed last night. Number 1 Foxcroft Academy all over Belfast, 42-8. And aside from this one today in Class D North, you've got Madanaucook Academy and John Bapps playing in Bangor this afternoon. Game time there is 4 o'clock, so they will start in a couple of hours. So that's the...
Oh, sorry. I was just saying I don't have a time for you, but I can tell you in the third quarter, Nokomis is up 13-0 on Brewer.
Okay.
Just to help out.
Now, next week, during the week, we have soccer and field hockey, but you know the schedule better than I do.
Yeah, so still sorting out if we'll be able to have it on the score. We will be at, as part of sort of a business dealing, I don't know how to put it. It's sort of complicated, but as part of a business dealing, we'll have the region championships of 8-person soccer, boys and girls, Tuesday, and then region championships of field hockey, C, B, and A classes, North, South for soccer, North for field hockey Wednesday. Working on making sure we can at least get those on the radio. We will not have video streaming. Absolutely know that for sure. That's right. Tuesday, Wednesday. And then, as you said, We will have Lawrence at Coney football Friday night in the region semifinals. And assumedly, we will be back here Saturday for Winslow versus the winner of, I think it's Oceanside or John Baptist.
Okay. So there you go. That is the wrap there. Our halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. You can find them online at hammondlumber.com. Our score here at the half of this Class D North playoff game, the Winslow Black Raiders 28, Madison Bulldogs nothing. Back with second half action after this on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse. Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone and Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew, all back here live at Jerry Poulin Memorial Field in Winslow as we await Winslow and Madison to get started here in the second half. We've got Maine hockey tonight, radio, audio only on the score. Black Bears taking on Merrimack. I believe the broadcast starts at 7.
Yeah, I think it's a 7:30 puck drop,
Right.
so yeah, 7 o'clock.
Pre-game show at 7 with John Shields and Larry Mahoney tonight. Maine and Merrimack. Maine won 5-zip last night. They're still undefeated. Monday, how about this? Cooper Flagg and the Duke Blue Devils taking on the University of Maine Black Bears at Cameron Indoor Stadium. The first game ever for Flagg, officially in a Duke uniform. We've got it here Monday night. Again, radio, audio only, 7 o'clock here on the score.
Yeah, 7 o'clock tip for that. So 6:30, I believe, pregame. And again, 1160thescore.com. I think any of the Mix 1079 or mixmaine.com, True Country 93.5 have those streaming links as well.
Go grab the Score app.
Just get the app. It's totally free, and then you've got it with you wherever you go.
Google Play App Store. You can listen to that game on it, any other game that we do. Always the audio. Listen to Opening Drive, my show from 7 to 9 weekdays. So go grab it right now. So again, Maine hockey tonight at 7.
Yes.
Pre-game show at 7. Puck drop at 7:30. Maine basketball against Duke and Cooper Flagg Monday night at 7. Pre-game show at 6:30.
Yes. And again, keep an eye on 1160thescore.com and centralmainsports.com. One for the playoff action, obviously, as we update as teams move on and we pick our schedule. But as we wind down the fall high school season, we will, of course, have big opportunities to have Maine basketball. Maine's women basketball set to have a pretty good season. And then, of course, Maine hockey having a dominant season.
Yeah, talk about being back. They are back to prominence nationally.
And I believe, I could be wrong, I think coming up, it could be the next weekend series, maybe 2. I might be skipping somebody. But BC and Maine clash here real soon.
All right, the third different kicker for the Winslow Black Raiders to start it off here. This is Tucker Parmelo who's going to kick it off. Almeida back deep. Parmelo with the epitome of a squibber, and that one out of bounds. That'll be a penalty. I don't get
it. For what it's worth, Mike, I agree.
I am just befuddled by this foolishness with kickoffs.
So
just kick the damn ball as far down the field as you can.
Pretty simple concept.
Harding did on the first few kickoffs. Put him back out there. Instead, you got Madison now because of the out-of-bounds kick with a first down at the 47. They got a short field.
Yeah, give them a chance, especially the way they've been willing to fling the ball. Give them a chance to get some momentum.
So Madison 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Let's see if the kid is still in there at quarterback. Devin Giroux came in after the starter Jaden Horton was hurt on one of the first plays of the game, and he is still in there. 1st and 10. Has 1 to the right, 2 to the left against this Winslow defense, which will rush 4. Back to throw. Giroux in motion. There's a flag down, and the pass is batted down there by Nick McCann. Incomplete pass. The football right near the flag, as you can see. And here is the call. Illegal shift is the call on Madison. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
That's the 7th penalty on the Bulldogs.
And now they will mark it off, and it'll go back to the 42-yard line. So it will be first down there, 1st and 15. Devin Giroux, freshman quarterback. He's 5'11", 170. Certainly doesn't seem rattled at all in his first varsity, or one of his first varsity appearances. I'm not sure if he has played before. Back to throw, sets up a screen, lobs it. It's caught there by Devin Nichols, and Davin Nichols, that is brought down immediately, as that was really well read by Jacob Garcia.
Nice job there. Defense project Bimpson, Nice job on the follow-through there to make sure track down that running back and stop before he even gets anywhere.
No gain. 2nd and 15. 28-0 Winslow. Raiders scored 2 touchdowns in the first, 2 more in the second. Wide to the right side is Bryce Horton. Slot man out there, Xavier Estes. 1 receiver left. Davin Nichols in the backfield. Back to throw, Giroux. Giroux, right side, completes it there to Horton. Horton, not much room to work with. Costigan was there to make sure, and we had a late hit. And this will probably give Madison an automatic first down.
Tied up there with is that Cornford? No, Cornford standing up, but I believe for Winslow, that's going to go against Ibrahim Al-Sibawi.
I'm going to call him IAS.
I'm good with that.
All right, so.
They have a long discussion about this, aren't they?
They've had several long discussions today. All right, so it's a personal foul on both sides.
Oh,
so it's offsetting penalties. So
okay.
Both sides committed a sin there. So this will just be a redo of 2nd down. I thought we were having a thunderstorm there for a second. It's just the bleachers.
I mean, it looks like it could today. It is a fall weather day for sure.
2nd down and 15. Trips left, 1 right. Everybody's going out for a pass. Back to throw, Devin Giroux. Giroux rolling left, looking. Now is going to run the football and is tackled for a yard loss by Broderick Bimson. Bimson was all over that. There was nowhere to go there for Giroux.
Now we're going to be 3rd and long.
I believe the Madison coaches over to our right are objecting to the fact that a penalty was not called on Winslow there. I'm not sure what they were talking about.
I didn't see anything.
You might have heard that. That's a cheap shot. 3rd down and 15. From the 41, Devin Giroux. Back to throw. Stops, chucks it downfield. Estes is there, makes the catch at the 30. It's a foot race to the 15, to the 10, and tackled at the 9-yard line. Xavier Estes almost took it to the house before IAS took him down at the 9-yard line.
So give him 50 yards, 50 on the nose.
So a fast 50 for Madison. The Bulldogs in business trying to get on the scoreboard. 1st and goal at the 9. Estes broke free and Giroux hit him. He can throw the deep ball.
And Winslow cheating up. The problem for Madison, Mike, is here's where they've had their bugaboos. They've had a couple chances down here and have failed on 4th down a couple times.
Almeida wide to the left side. Slot man is Estes. Holinsky, the running back. Going 4th in motion. Bad snap. It ends up right with Holinsky, which is where I think it was going to go anyway. And he is swarmed. Nowhere to go for Jacob Holinsky after that deflected snap ended up right in his hands. And Madison, which they did the first time they had goal to go, going backwards.
Yeah, they're all back 13, so there's 4 more lost yards. Just to, Mike, so bad snap, sack, all count. There has been 1 rush for a positive game for Madison thus far in the game. In
Amazing.
total, the team has statistically 8 rushes for 21-22, negative 34 yards.
Wow.
Which means they average negative 4.5 yards a carry.
That is an amazing stat. 2nd down and goal from the 13. They send 2 to the right this time. Giroux has Davin Nichols as his running back. Corn 4th in motion. Back to throw. Giroux looks, has time, launches right side. Harrington makes the catch at the 10, breaks 5, touchdown! Nathan Harrington with his first catch of the day. It's a 13-yard scoring play from Giroux to Harrington, and Madison is on the board. It's 28-6.
Not much to it. Like a little flare out there and just go out there and make a play.
So Giroux, a 13-yard pass to Harrington. And Madison will not be shut out. Now they're going to huddle up and go for 2.
By the way, that was the 6th different pass catcher to receive a pass.
53-yard drive, short field, thanks to the pooched kick. And Madison sets up for 2. Wide to the right side, Bryce Horton. Wide to the left side is Almeida. Back to throw. Giroux rolling, throwing in the flat. It's behind Hawthorne, and it is incomplete. So Madison settles for 6, but they're on the board. 8:29 to go in the third quarter. The score, Winslow 28 and Madison 6. You're watching playoff football on The Score.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
28-6. Aaron Rodgers will kick off for the Madison Bulldogs as they are on the board. Costigan in the middle. That's Bimpson on the far side and Alex Hardy on the near side. And it's Costigan at the 25. Costigan stutter step 30, 35, outside some room, 40, 45-yard line, midfield, and Costigan is rolled out of bounds in Madison territory. And behind the play, we got a fight going on. We got a legit fight going on. Way back at the 30-yard line, Nick McCann was going at it over there with Holinsky. I mean, they were hitting each other in the head. And flags came out. So we got some shenanigans going on.
Mary says she disapproves of shenanigans.
Well, the officials disapprove of them as well, Mary, so you're not alone. Mary's keeping our computer and our graphics going here today. All right.
I think long discussion here, Mike. I got to imagine long discussion about someone taking a seat for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and you know what? You get thrown out, you can't play in the next one.
Ooh.
So. All right, so one of the officials.
I think he's finally stopping the clock.
The clock was running?
I believe.
How could it run with a flag?
That's going on.
So the penalty's just on Madison. So the bad boy stuff just on Madison. I thought they were going to ring up McCann too, but he kind of got out of there as fast as he could after he was involved.
And I think they're having a discussion here about identifying the player.
The clock is all messed up too. Now it's all set. All right, so they got to spot off the penalty yardage here.
And say this, again, Winslow in firm control, but if you're Madison, you come out and score a touchdown, and then immediately not only do you give up the big kick return, you're going to give them 15 more yards.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Madison. All right, so Costigan went out of bounds at the 47 of Madison, and they're going to spot the yardage off from there. So it's going to put the ball at the 32. So talk about being in business.
I mean, yeah, the way Hobby's been running today, you get one little sweep to him. He can pick this up right now.
So Madison, thanks to the return by Costigan and the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, they are sitting in the catbird seat here, 1st and 10 at the 32 of Madison.
There's confusion all of a sudden with the ball as well. Everybody's confused. I think that's how I'm just going to rule what's going on right now.
So Winslow will run a play here, 1st and 10 from the 32 with 7:53 to go. In the third, they lead at 28-6. Hobby goes in motion. They go to Bimpson. Bimpson breaks a tackle. The fullback spun down at about the 26-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. So finally getting a carry today, Broderick Bimson. Bimson, 5'8", 185. He is solid as a rock, junior running back.
Yeah, he is. Picks up 6.
Raiders come out, 2nd down and 4. Hobby left wing, Fortin right wing. On 2nd and 4. The hand, Fortin. Fortin sweeps left. Turns to the corner. Room there, 20. To the 15 and rolled out of bounds by Hawthorne. He is spotted out at the 11.
Pick up 15.
So Liam Fortin, a free and easy 15, that's for sure. Once he turned the corner and squared up.
I'll tell you, too, watching the Mid-State Machine instant replay we showed you as well, bet those pancake blocks have gotten a little bit more interesting all of a sudden.
Well, we got some edge to this one now. 1st and 10 at the 11. Raiders come out, double wing. 10 men up on the line of scrimmage. A fake. Parmelo keeps it. Parmelo played this beautifully the first time, and he is able to squirt ahead to the 5, and then flags. Look at an absolute shower of flags come out.
You're going to see this. So this is a great execution by Parmelo, and then you're going to see Almeida unnecessarily there take a cheap shot.
So they ring up Almeida. Every official on the field pulled the laundry. That'll be half the distance. So it'll put the ball on the 2.5-yard line. So we have some chippiness going on. If this was a hockey game, we would say it's getting chippy.
Yeah. No, very much so. And I think that at some point, you're the officials that was unnecessary. I mean, there's nothing Almeida was doing there other than trying to
not only is it getting chippy, it's cold.
Also true.
The app says 47. It feels colder than that, though, doesn't it?
It's not it was obviously way windier last night, but man, that breeze just steals the heat.
That was warm last night, though, you know? All right, 2nd down and goal at about the 3, and we've had movement in the interior line on Madison, so the Bulldogs just take the gun out and shoot themselves in the foot again.
Yeah, I mean, you give up 2 yards on the personal foul. Here goes another. Now the diffractions get even smaller. It's like 1 3/4.
So ball's on about the 1.25-yard line at this point. Winslow threatening to score here, leading 28-6. 2nd down and goal. Just shy of the 1-yard line. Pomerleau sets him down. Hands off, and Hobby scoots into the end zone. Touchdown, Winslow. That'll be one of the easiest touchdowns that Hobby will ever score. We got more stuff going on.
There's another hand thrown there as they're having a chit-chat. We'll show you the replay of the touchdown first.
So
you
Hobby,
see 52 doing some shoving.
Short field, 32 yards after the Costigan return and then the personal foul penalty. And now we've got another discussion, and we've got another personal foul on Madison. And you know what? You got to get these kids under control here. This has got to stop.
I know we're not to 35 points, but a running clock. I think Winslow probably going to go to the bench here eventually.
Comes at the 5:13 mark.
I think they're going to go for 2 here, Mike. I think they're going to assess this on the PAT. No, maybe. Well, no, I think I'm right.
They will go for 2. Pomerleau brings him out in the double wing, of course. Tucker is into the end zone. They pig pile him in. He gets the 2. 6:47 to go in the third. The score, Winslow 36 and Madison 6. You're watching and listening to Playoff Football on The Score.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Hey, coming up after the game, we'll pick our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience Said player gets the Central Maine Community College bag filled with swag. You'll get yourself a ticket to go to the movies at Flagship Cinemas. Also get yourself the fabulous Score T-shirt and a Score Player of the Game keychain. It's all brought to you by Flagship Cinemas on Kennedy Drive in Waterville. And now they're assessing the penalty. So they did get the 2-point conversion from the 2.5. Now they're assessing the penalty, and the ball will be kicked off by Winslow at the 45-yard line of Madison.
This one, you got a word after Chippy, Mike? It's not a straight fight quite yet.
Well, when it gets to that point, I'll come up with something. How's that?
I'll say you might need to ponder. You might need to do some pre-thinking on that one.
Please kick this deep. All right, he did. And Hobby will drive it through for a touchback. No, it stops at the 1. Boy, you couldn't have planned that any better if you're Winslow, huh? And thrown down to the ground there is Xavier Estes. That ball just flat out got stuck. It hit on the point and stuck at the 1-yard line.
That's exactly his draw, because Madison was completely content, as you see there, to let that one roll into the end zone.
We'll take a touchback. We'll take it at the 20. That's fine. Instead, they have it at the 14. So 1st and 10, Madison at the 14.
By the way, Juro's had pretty good. He's got a pick, but he now has a touchdown, and he's thrown for over 160 yards. Kid's played well.
Talk about under pressure. He's been very good. Came in, threw a touchdown on his first play, but it was called back.
And then delivered a 48-yard bomb after that.
He has stood right in there and played really well, not been unnerved. The whole moment hasn't been too big for him. Helinski is now in there at running back. And it is 1st and 10 for the kid in the Madison offense. Devin Giroux. Hawthorne in motion and a flag down.
I think it's going to be on Madison.
Yep, procedure. I mean, Madison's gotten whipped anyway physically, but they have just absolutely made it worse with the foolish penalties.
Yeah, as of right now, so they had 6 penalties at half. They've already picked up 6 more. So they have 12 penalties.
Double figures is not good for penalties. No. All right, now we got people not sure of where they're going. And they got to get a timeout. Yep. Timeout, confusion timeout there. 6:42 to go in the third quarter. Winslow rolling. They are in control. It is Winslow 36, Madison 6. More playoff football coming up on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here at Jerry Poulin Field in Winslow. Madison's got their act together and ready to go here on 1st and 15 after the procedure penalty and then the subsequent confusion. Giroux in the shotgun. Hawthorne goes in motion. Goes to his left. Bimson chasing him, throws on the run, and it's caught! It's caught by Estes. He breaks away, and his tackle, the ball came out, but he got right back on it, I believe. Estes with a nice catch and then a nice run afterwards. Hawthorne may have actually got on that fumble, and I think Estes probably fell on the football there too, and that may be why he is down.
He did not. He fell on the football. Cornforth actually ended up falling on the recovery.
That's what I thought.
On the Mid-State Machine instant replay.
And so Estes is down and being attended to. And I think he might have, when he went and grabbed the ball, somebody might have piled right on him, which is certainly understandable, but he took the worst of that. Hawthorne with the fumble recovery. We have an injury timeout, and we'll take it. 6:28 to go in the third quarter, a slow-moving game for sure. Winslow 36, Madison 6. Back in a moment on The Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
All right. Estes up off the field, walked off under his own power. Estes on first down, threw it behind the intended receiver at the 37-yard line, and that was Jason Almeida. Tried to reach back and haul that in, could not. So Giroux incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Stops the clock with 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Winslow cruising, leading 36-6.
That took Giroux over 200 yards. No surprise, 44 yards, but took him over 200 yards. Kid's shown something.
Sure has. I like what I've seen from him, that's for sure. Giroux, direct snap, back to throw. Looks, right side, throws it out there to Harrington, who's got the touchdown today. That is incomplete.
Not a great throw there from Giroux, but Harrington, I think, definitely was hearing some footsteps.
I think he was too.
And a little bit of a hospital throw there from Giroux. Got to put that more on the numbers, but Harrington, I think he saw a little alligator arms there.
Yeah, that was definitely a hospital throw. Stops the clock, 6:13, 3rd and 10. Winslow, if they hang on to win here, will play next Saturday.
And I believe it's the winner of, I think it's Old Town John Baptist.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're playing at 4 this afternoon, so they'll start in about an hour and 20 minutes. Giroux drifts left, looking to throw. He better get rid of it. He flips it to the sidelines. It was almost caught over there. It is incomplete. That was Helinski. The epitome of a shovel desperation pass. And it's 4th down.
Bulldogs 1 for 3 for 4th downs in the first half. 2 of them were big ones, too, deep in their Winslow territory.
4th and 10. Ball on the Winslow 46-yard line.
The big thing here, Mike, is we've seen with Madison, as much as anything, Giroux's throwing up a couple of those jump balls to Madison to finish. Just knock the ball down. Watch your guy knock the ball down.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Giroux back to throw. Rolls right, finds a little bit of space downfield. Harrington is there. Oh, he couldn't bring it in. He was open, and that ball was right there, AJ.
Yeah, as you see on the Mid-State Machine replay, a little long, but Harrington able to get his hands on it. But again, kid's just a freshman doing some nice things.
I like what I've seen. They may have their quarterback of the future there, that's for sure. Although the starter, Jaden Horton, is a junior, he could probably play another position next year.
Yeah, and I think, again, you see something that Skowhegan's tried to do is that, because obviously we had them last night against Lawrence, that spread opens up the running game, and even that's with Skowhegan not throwing the ball a ton. Giroux can fling the ball.
1st and 10 Winslow, leading 36-6, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Pomelo brings him out. Hassan Hobby hands it off to Fortin. Fortin dances 50-45, has a first down, a flag down, another flag down behind the play. Fortin down as well at the 39-yard line with a first down run. We've got, I think, a face mask is at least one of the calls.
I didn't see anything on the immediacy around Fortin. Yeah, good call, Mike.
It is a face mask on the defense, and we had a penalty in the offense. I didn't see what he signaled. Offsetting penalties, so a never mind play.
So we'll just reset and run that one again.
Think as if it never happened.
The jury must have that stricken from the record.
The jury will disregard the previous testimony.
Man, Winslow really backing up. I think they thought they were going to lose yards. They've moved completely out of the screen. You see there, Tyler's got 12 yards covered.
Eventually, this third quarter is going to come to an end.
Supposedly.
Eventually.
I had heard that, but I am skeptical.
5:51. It may take 25:51 to get there. 1st and 10 from the 46. Pitch. This is Hobby outside 50. Cuts inside 45. Has a first down. Hassan Hobby into Madison territory. Spotted down at the 42.
Give him good for 14.
So Hobby, who right now was the clubhouse leader to be our Flagship Cinema's score player of the game.
We got an injury, Madison Bulldog defender down there, Mike.
All right, so they'll move the sticks. Madison player down.
Man, felt like, Winslow with a 99-yard touchdown drive, burning up 9 minutes of game clock. That second quarter, the first half, felt like it was going everywhere. That's Olinsky.
Yeah, it's Olinsky.
That's
a big loss.
One.
He's one of their better players.
This third quarter has just ground to a halt.
Well, a lot of passes by Madison, most of which were incomplete.
A lot of penalties, too.
And the penalties, too. Winslow with a 1st and 10 from the 42 of Madison, leading 36-6. Double wing. What else? Pomelo sets him down. Little pitch. Fortin. Fortin dances. 40. Fortin wrapped up from behind and brought down at the 36-yard line. On the tackle there for Madison was Tice Miller, sophomore. But he still picked up a solid 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
He's got 71 yards on 10 carries, and right now I've got Hobby for a 177 on 15.
2nd and 3. Raiders come out, double wing. Bimson the fullback. 2nd and 3 from the 35. Inside handoff, Bimson gets it, has several Madison players come at him. He tried to spin out of it, could not. And it'll be a 3rd and about 2. Only about a yard there for Broderick Bimson. And it'll be 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2. Finally, we get some clock runnage here. We're down to 4 minutes.
Winslow really backing their huddle way up.
3rd down and 2. Pomelo milking it. There's the 10-second signal. 3rd and 2, little pitch, and Hobby's got the first. He's inside the 30 to the 28. So that'll move the sticks. And Winslow with the first down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 28.
Hobby just 17 yards away from 2 Bills.
3:20 to go in the 3rd. First and 10 from the 33. From the 28. Pomelo taking all the time he can. There's the 10. Pitch to Hobby. Nice block there by Bard. Hobby outside 20. Hobby to the 15. Scoots down the sideline. He's right near the 10. Hassan Hobby with another brilliant run as he closes in on 200.
I'll tell you, it's impressive again for a kid his size. You just can't get him down with initial contact.
He is wicked strong. Again, listed 5'9", 155. Got to the 12.
So what, give him 16 more? Oh, Mike.
1 yard away?
1 yard away. 199.
So a $1.99 for Hassan Hobby and 3 tutties.
Yeah, which, by the way, last night, a heck of a performance. Colton Carter, I think, on 12 carries went for 197, I think is what it was. And I think 3 touchdowns.
All right, 1st and 10, Winslow at the 12. The handoff, Fortin. Fortin has blockers. Fortin at the 10. Fortin to the 5, powers in. Liam Fortin, touchdown. Fortin goes in from 12. And it is 42-6. Liam Fortin joins the touchdown brigade.
It's his second of the day. That gives him 11 carries unofficially. We'll tally him up, but unofficially 11 carries, 83 yards, 2 tutties.
Winslow goes 54 for the score. 9:23 the time of the touchdown. Looks like they're going to go for 2 again. They are. Pomelo brings him out, double wing. Winslow looking for 2. The pitch to Hobby has a hole, right tackle. 2-point conversion is good. So Hassan Hobby piling up the points. The 2-point run, the score is Winslow 44 and Madison 6. We're on to running time. We're back after this on The Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
2 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Winslow has opened it up 44-6. They beat this team 52-7 earlier this year, and this one modeled right after that one. Hobby to kick it off. Drives it. Almeida at the 15, 20, 25 to the 30, right up the middle, spins and down he goes. At the 35-yard line, Broderick Bimson on the tackle. So 1st and 10 at the 35 for Madison.
I think it's important too, Mike, as we get to running clock. Winslow up big, looking to move on to the next round. Talking just again, the framing this Madison season, I think is very important for a team that is really trying to find some success. Making back to the playoffs the first time, and I think you said what?
2018.
Yeah, 6 years is a big deal.
All right, Giroux, the freshman, back to throw. Bimson rushes and tips the football. It is incomplete, intended there.
Oh, whoa. Come on, guys.
I didn't see. I looked down to check something on my roster. What did I miss?
So let me give you the correct number. That was Winslow. Jacob Garcia, you're going to see here late, tangled up there, just starts messing with the ankle of one of the Madison offensive linemen. And guys, come on.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Winslow. So that'll give Madison a nice 15 yards. And this chippy game continues to be chippy.
That is an understatement.
So Madison will move up to the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Bulldogs. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Giroux with Helinski in the backfield. Winslow playing for the deep ball, that's for sure. Back to throw, plenty of time. Giroux zips it over the middle. Nice catch by Estes. That was a great throw. And Estes, a first down catch down to the 37-yard line. That was really terrific throw there by Devin Giroux.
Yeah, especially as you see there on the Mid-State Machine replay. They're not a very large window to sneak that one into.
He let that one rip. And a first down for the Bulldogs at the 37.
That takes Estes over the 100-yard mark on just his third catch.
Some big numbers.
Yeah, Giroux now again flirting with, he's well over 200 now, touchdown and an interception, but he's trending towards putting up 300 yards.
All right, 3 wide, 2 left, 1 right. Giroux sets up, rushed, now throws over the middle. Ball is caught. No, dropped there by Bryce Horton in the open field, had all kinds of room to work with, and he flat out dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, you saw there. Great shot by Tyler.
Got to catch that.
Horton catches that. You might have to break a tackle, but to your point, Mike, there's a ton of sideline to work with there.
And that'll run the clock out. We are done 3 here. It's a domination situation for the Winslow Black Raiders. The score at the end of 3. Winslow 44 and Madison 6. You're watching and listening to Class D playoff football on The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Our third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. The Madison Bulldogs, Winslow Black Raiders, well, they combined for 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. All of them scored by Winslow. One of them scored by Madison, 2 by Winslow. Giroux, a 13-yard touchdown pass to Harrington. That's the only touchdown of the day for the Madison Bulldogs. That made it 28-6. Winslow responded with 2 scores. Hobby with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fortin with a 12-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion, good both times. And so Winslow on top here, 44, that is to 6. And our third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. To the fourth we go. Giroux back to throw, being rushed, flushed, and fires, and it's in the flat, incomplete.
Credit to both ways. So credit to the Winslow defensive line because Madison has not been able to block them, period, paragraph. And that's also just a testament to Giroux because a lot of the stuff he's had to do has been on the move, which I think as a quarterback, besides running opposite of your hand, right, running left as a right-handed quarterback, trying to deliver those strikes on the throw has got to be the toughest thing to do. And again, Giroux's a kid. He's a freshman.
2nd and 10. After the incompletion to Horton. Excuse me, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, say it's 3rd.
Yep, 3rd and 10. Horton comes out wide to the left. Almeida's wide to the right. The slot man is Xavier Estes, who's had a day. Giroux in the gun. Helinski behind him. Back to throw. Giroux flushed. Rolls right. Gets a block from Helinski. That was a terrific block, and Giroux's going to run it. He gets bounced out of bounds by Fortin. That was a clean hit, though.
Nothing wrong
all
with
shoulder.
All shoulder in the field of play. Just a big one.
Boy, getting popped back at the 50-yard line was Benjamin Thomas. He got laid out by Helinski on a great block.
Give Giroux 2. By the way, Mike, that is only the second
positive run?
Yeah, second of 9 rushes officially for Madison that has gone for positive yards.
4th and 8 for the Bulldogs here at the 35 of Lawrence. We got a running clock now, 10:15 to go in the fourth quarter. It is 44-6. Horton wide left, Almeida wide right. Slot man is Estes, he's to the left. Hawthorne, the tight end, is now another slot left. Giroux, last minute instructions. To throw. Rolls left, rolls left, rolls left, throws left. It's caught by Estes. He got drilled at the end of the play there by Giovanni Garcia, and they throw a flag. I'm not sure that there was a penalty there.
That's clean wrap-up. Garcia, that's a clean wrap-up. I don't want Estes to get hurt. Let me be very clear.
Of course you don't.
But as watching that mid-state machine replay, and I'll show it to you again while they attend to him, that's a clean wrap-up. You're going to see helmets out of the way. He wraps them and tackles them. You practice that.
Yeah. I think what we got here is officials overcompensating for the chippiness that's going on here, but that is not a penalty, and Wes Littlefield is giving that official a piece of his mind.
Again, as you practice that drill, you have those dummies, right? I think defensive back specifically. You wrap up, pick up, and take to the ground.
Want to show it one more time?
Yeah.
Let's take a little look at it here.
See Garcia again. You're going to see his helmet come out, wrap up, tackle, straight to the ground.
That's football.
That's a tackle. You practice that specifically.
And Estes certainly got hit hard, no question about it, but we think a clean hit. And Wes Littlefield is pacing, and that means he is mad. And so a timeout on the field.
Because the other thing, too, Mike, just real quick, I know you're going to kick it out for the injury timeout, but that tackled him short. That was a turnover right there. They left him short of the first down.
So as they attend to Xavier Estes, we'll take the timeout. 9:43 to go. It's Winslow 44, Madison 6. More in a moment on The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Alrighty, Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our Score crew back here at Poulin Field in Winslow. Xavier Estes has progressed to at least being up on a knee now. He was down for quite some time after getting popped there on what we think was a clean hit.
That flag, nonetheless, as you can see in that shot, they moved the ball all the way down to the 16.
Right, and we have had, I would say, nearly a record-breaking amount of penalties in this game as Estes now is on his feet.
19, 12 for Madison, 7 for Winslow, 12 for Madison for 103 yards, 7 for Winslow for 70.
So Estes now walking off, being assisted, but it's a good sign.
And we know he's a tough guy because we saw him in the Legion season. He dons the tools of ignorance, as it were.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah, by the way, that was his fourth catch for 111 yards.
He's been productive. He's averaging almost 30 yards a catch. All right, so Giroux has him out there after the penalty, a 1st and 10 at the 16. As soon as Estes gets off the field, they'll start the clock. There he is. And now they will start the clock. 1st and 10 at the 16, Giroux. Gonna throw it, and he is rushed, and he just got rid of it, and in the flat, and it's probably a good thing that Bryce Horton didn't catch that ball because he had a chance to get laid out.
Well, not just that, but that linebacker, which I think was Garcia again, he turns his head, Mike, that's 6 the other way.
There's a lot of open field.
Because that's, as you said, that's pretty much straight out in the flat.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 16. We are at 9 minutes to go. Winslow in cruise control, leading 44-6. Winslow band doing their best to keep some vibe going here.
I was under the impression you couldn't play while live action was going on.
Well, I'm okay with it today.
Okay. Mike has deemed it acceptable.
Second down, back to throw, 2nd and 10. Giroux, left side, good throw, good catch down there. Down is Almeida to the 9. Winslow says it's incomplete. Didn't see a call from the officials to the contrary.
Well,
it's a catch.
Yep. That's a heck of a dive.
He got 7. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Almeida, not a bad day either. That was his 3rd catch. He's got 78 yards, 2nd leading receiver on the team.
Giroux over to the sidelines to have a word with Danny Mooreshead, his head coach. 3rd down and 3 at the 9. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. In the backfield is Davin Nichols. Giroux gets a block, throws, it's caught. Oh, it's picked off again by Alex Hardy. His 3rd pick of the day. He threw it right to number 2 in black.
And Mike, what Mike said was correct. That is Hardy's 3rd interception. He's got 1 off each quarterback and now gets his 2nd off Giroux. I don't know, Mike. 3 picks. That's a pretty good day.
I agree, but with Hassan Hobby, is he over 200? Or?
No, he got stopped a yard shy.
All right, so he's at $1.99 with 3 scores, and he's also kicked extra points, and
he's got a
sold
2-point
popcorn
conversion
and
as
soda
well.
and everything else.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's Hardy's. That's a heck of a day. Hardy's got 3 interceptions on the day for the Winslow defense. Honorable mention and then some.
So Winslow takes over with 6:50 to go, the clock running, leading 44-6. Pomelo, double wing. Going to throw it. Pomelo looks downfield, man. Open. That is picked off by Hawthorne. Right back comes Madison. The pick there made.
That's Cornforth.
Cornforth with the interception. The intended receiver downfield was Garcia, and Nathan Cornforth, consecutive plays with picks.
Nice. Again, he's not a small kid.
See what they have him listed as. 6'4", 195.
He looks the part. I mean, I think you said it best in the first half, Mike. He looks the part of a tight end.
Yeah, he does. At this level, he looks like a tight end, and he's wearing 88. He is all tight end all the time. There, he was all defender all the time. Giroux with the ball back. Gonna throw it. Being chased by Fortin. Launches, man open, and it's caught. It is caught by Nathan Harrington. As this kid, Giroux, puts on a show here with the deep ball today. And Harrington piles up the yardage. He's got their touchdown. And with that catch, he gives him a 1st and goal at the 7.
That's good for 35 more yards.
First and goal at the 7. Giroux to Harrington. For 35 here, and Madison with a chance for touchdown number 2. Harrington is slot left. Giroux, of course, in the gun. Davin Nichols, the back behind him. Back to throw. Giroux, flushed. Runs left, now decides he is going to run. A stiff arm gets away from a tackler. Now to the right, man wide open, Hawthorne, touchdown! What a play by Giroux! Devin Giroux, the freshman, his coming out party today has been fantastic.
And again, Winslow, that's one guy for sure. I know they've thrown the ball around a ton. Cornforth standing by himself, just all by his lonesome in the end zone.
A 6-yard scoring play that was as exciting as you can ask for to Cornforth, who was just standing there, very nonchalant, made the catch.
And he had the body language, too, of like, if you have a second, I'm over here. I'm good.
That's so true. So a 6-yard touchdown pass. Madison will go for 2. They will come out in the I formation with Giroux under center. This is new. The turn, the handoff to Bobby Vigu, who hasn't been on the field yet today, and he does not get in. So Madison settles for 6, the second time they score. And the score with 4:42 left in this one is Winslow 44 and Madison 12. Back after this on The Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
All right, Aaron Rodgers ready to kick off. And the passing numbers now for Devin Giroux, unofficially 276 yards passing for the kid.
He's had a heck of a day, yeah. 15 for 28, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns, and 276.
That's impressive. The ability to run there was very impressive because it looked like Jonathan Caceres had him cold. Here's the kick by Rodgers, and it bounces around. Finally, Hardy decides, you know what, let's just get down on this. He actually didn't get down on it. Isaiah Costigan did. No sense messing with it.
And I'm not gonna name names, but I know that there are a couple Winslow coaches up here who were hoping that first play that ended up being a pick for Parmelo actually went to Hobby so he could cross the 2-century mark. He's sitting at 199.
Well, let's see.
I would imagine after you give up the running clock advantage, after getting cute and throwing that pick, this is going to be handoff, countdown to 10 seconds, handoff, countdown to 10 seconds.
Yeah, because the clock not running now because the deficit is 35 or less. Less than 35. And they give it to Hobby. Hobby's got his 200 and more, 35-40, 45 midfield. He's bounced out of bounds by Harrington at the 47-yard line, but Hassan Hobby has over 200 yards rushing now.
And that one, again, coming from the 27, you mark him officially down at the
47
of Madison, so
23 and 3, 26.
Yeah, 26. So give him a nice, tidy 225.
That works.
That's a heck of a day.
1st and 10 from the 47-yard line of Madison. Pomelo will wait it out here, milk this clock for as much as he can. Keeps his eyes on the back judge. Still keeps his eyes on the back judge. There's the 10. Boy, that seemed like a long time, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Hand off to Fortin. Fortin with Bimson out in front. That place is open over there. That place being the left corner. And Fortin is able to get to the 39, maybe the 38.
He's going to be close. I think that was about 9.
Fortin with the carry. So Fortin sets up a 2nd and 1.
While we're tallying up stats, Fortin now 8 yards away from 100.
2nd and 2.
So Fortin,
ball at the 38.
Say Fortin picks up 8, give him 2 running backs. They already are now, but 2 running backs over 300 yards on the ground today.
Pomelo with the clock approaching 3 minutes to go. Waits for the 10-second signal. There it is. Going to keep it himself. The pig pile works.
That was clever because as you saw there, those watching the stream, the Madison defensive line got out of their stance as they were waiting for that clock. And then as soon as I got 10 seconds, Parmelo heads up play, snapped it.
And you can see Wes Littlefield, if you're watching our video, has called off the Dogs. He has replaced the entire offense with his second teamers. The point has been proven.
I'd say at this point, probably about 3 more plays?
About that. We're at 2:20 to go. And so Winslow with their second team offense in there. Quincy Nesbitt in at quarterback. He's a freshman. And Nesbitt sets him down. Little pitch, handoff inside, almost a fumble there by Bryce Whitman. He got tagged. Welcome to varsity football, Bryce.
That one not so fun when you're not moving quick on that.
Clock at 1:54.
And Madison burns a timeout.
Oh, for goodness sakes, you're kidding me?
No, that's what that ref signaled.
They should get a penalty for that. Don't you think?
I'm not opposed to it.
Don't they know how cold it is here in this booth?
Whew.
At least they're in the sunshine.
Yeah, that sun's been fighting to get it in all day. It just really hadn't lasted.
If it had come out at 1 o'clock, we had a shot at getting some here. But here at 3:15 or whatever it is.
Yeah, 3:14, you nailed it. Well done.
The sun is now behind us. And don't we fall back tonight?
That's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tonight.
That's what I thought. All right, well, yeah, there you go. Count your blessings, Mike. A little extra sleep for you.
Extra sleep, which I am never going to complain about.
Love it.
2nd and 13. 1:54 to go.
Uh-oh.
Quincy Nesbitt with
chit-chatting in the back. I think you're about to see the annexation of Puerto Rico.
2nd down, 13. Pitch outside to Waldy. Micah Waldy, who is a senior. And we've got a injured player down for the Madison Bulldogs with 1:46 to go. Left knee injury or left leg injury.
Murmurs in the box up here is that it is not one worth showing a replay of.
All right, we'll take a timeout. This game's going to end eventually. 1:46 to go. The score is Winslow 44, Madison 12. We'll return after this on The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Logan Dawes up, and as you can see, helped off the field. Left knee injury appears to be what it is. So Dawes is done for the day. 1:46 to go. Winslow with a 3rd and 12. Second team is in there for the Black Raiders. First teamers did their job. Gave the second team a 44-12 lead. Here's Quincy Nesbitt. Bringing him out. Clock will start. Nesbitt being told to watch the back judge. Remember, you're talking about a freshman quarterback here.
Nuance of the game.
Yep, it's one of those things you learn that when you get out to a lead and you need to milk the clock or want to milk the clock, you don't have to, but keeps it himself. Nesbitt drives ahead.
Nesbitt on the keeper, fumble on the play.
Did he fumble? It was recovered by Madison. You heard the PA guy. I didn't see it.
I completely missed it.
I didn't see any fumble there at all, but Nesbitt fumbled. Madison with the ball, change of possession. And Madison with a 1st and 10. So a couple of more plays here for us to watch Mr. Giroux do his thing.
He's, I think, unofficially, by my math, I think 24 yards away from 300.
He's been fun to watch today. It's been really enjoyable to see him play for the first time now. Winslow takes a timeout because they were kind of confused with who they were supposed to have on the field. But he has been fun to watch for sure, and it certainly is an intriguing development looking ahead to next year.
Especially, too, I think when you Class D, right, you got a limited roster size, and so doing this spread sort of schematically, you would think gives you some numbers game occasionally in the running game, because I think Helinski's a junior along with current starting quarterback Horton, but as you said, athletes are athletes.
Helinski's actually gone. He's a senior.
Okay, well then maybe Horton's your running back next season to stand next to Giroux, but Giroux has done a nice job, especially considering that the Winslow defensive line, I think, has whipped the Madison offensive line throughout the day. So he's been under pressure.
Yeah, they're losing Helinski, who is a big part of things. We're also losing Nathan Hawthorne, too.
Cornforth?
I don't know who Nathan Hawthorne is, but Nathan Cornforth, yes.
But that's a big loss. He is a very good size, good talented kid at the tight end position.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 32. Let's see what Devin Giroux's got left. Snap, back to throw. Has a little time. Gonna launch it. Downfield, looking for Almeida, and he made the catch, of course! And he's out of bounds inside the 20 or at the 20. So another deep ball thrown by Devin Giroux.
That's a heck of a throw. I mean, it's an adjustment by Almeida, but good gosh, what a throw. And give him, let's see, 32, 18, 30, 48 yards.
Does that put him over 3?
Oh, yeah. I think he was about 24 away, I believe, by my math.
So Giroux is over 300 for the day. Back to throw. Loads it up, down into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Looking into the sun, there was Bryce Horton. It went right through his hands.
And there's been, let's be fair to Giroux, too, there's been a good chunk of that today to both teams. Both teams have had that.
So an incompletion, 45.5 seconds left.
Almeida, by the way, took over as receiving leader on that catch. He's now got 4 for 126.
Wow.
Essie's got 4 for 111. So those two alone have 237.
Yards per catch, unbelievable. That's Pro Bowl stuff. Back to throw, Giroux launches, caught at the 5, spinning Almeida, touchdown! Devin Giroux with a strike to Jason Almeida. It's a 20-yard touchdown pass, and it's 44-18.
Give the kid 3 tutties now on the day.
So Madison will go for 2.
All of a sudden, I think everybody in Class D going to have some some film on this kid they might have to contend with next year.
Unbelievable. His deep throws have been great. Out of the gun here, Giroux. That's 2 and 2. Man coming in motion. A fake shovel pass, the throw right side, intended there for Nathan Cornforth, and it's incomplete. So the 2-point pass is no good. And so the score will stay 44-18. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, let me do some math here since we're keeping it right here. So, let's see. 170, 85, 296. Yeah, 344. 344 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks for Devin Giro on 17 of 31 passes. So he's 6 yards away from 350.
I don't know if this is his first game ever, but if it is, what a debut.
That's an understatement. Kid throws a nice ball.
All right, Aaron Rodgers to kick it off. 36.7 seconds left. Madison was short a couple of people. Rodgers with an onside kick, and it bounces around. Still loose. I think Winslow got on it right below us. And they did. So the onside kick.
Madison making the plea. One of the downmen came out of the pile with it.
Lucas Spencer with the recovery, 63 for the Black Raiders. And all they have to do is run one more play. And Winslow will move on and play here next week because they are the higher seed.
Which we intend to be here for.
We will be here. All right, Nesbitt brings him out. First and 10 from the 45. The referee's right in the middle of things. He's just going to take a knee, I guess. And that'll do it. Nisbet takes a knee. Winslow will take the W. And that is it. The Winslow Black Raiders have knocked off the Madison Bulldogs big for the second time this year, 52-7 in the regular season. And here in the playoffs, they win it 44-18 in a game that certainly had a little bit of an edge to it.
That's an understatement.
For sure. I just want to see the coaches get together here in this handshake.
I'm curious, too. There were some handshakes between players there at the end of the game.
West Littlefield standing outside the handshake line.
I think coaches, Winslow coaches, I think, reminding their guys not to do anything silly, especially since they're moving on.
Right. All right,
but class act there, Horton, going and finding the Winslow coaches. Couple players now for Madison.
Yep.
That deserves to be mentioned as we talk about chippiness. That's class act there.
That's Harrington right there. Aaron Rodgers shaking hands with West Littlefield. Now the coaches get together. No punches thrown, so everything is cool.
No punches.
All right, 44-18 the final score. We'll come back, wrap it up, and announce our Flagship Cinema's Score Player of the Game. It's all next on the postgame show here on The Score.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
All righty, our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. Yes, this game finally did end. Madison, how about a dominant fourth quarter for the Madison Bulldogs? They scored both touchdowns in the quarter, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Giroux to Cornforth, and then Giroux a 20-yard touchdown pass to Almeida to account for the final score of 44-18. Our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by Flagship Cinemas as we roll on here in the postgame show.
201 Service.
What did I say?
Flagship Cinemas.
Oh, they're sponsors of our Score Player of the Game. That's how cold I am. Our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. 44-18. Thank you very much for taking that down, sir. Appreciate that. 44-18 the final score in this one. Winslow over 500 now. It's all right. I got it because I got to take all the tape off. Thank you. Talking about the score banner there. Appreciate that. But a resounding win by Winslow. This certainly wasn't a surprise as we watched the highlights in this one. The Raiders ran out to a 28-0 lead and certainly never, ever looked back. A domination situation. But I have to say, this game was fun in the aspect of the coming out party of Devin Giroux, the freshman quarterback for the Madison Bulldogs. And AJ will tally up his numbers or give us something close to what his numbers were as his coming out party here in this game, coming on for the apparently injured Jaden Horton. And I think that happened on a bobbled snap where he was diving for the ball, and I'm wondering if he suffered a hand injury.
I'm curious, too. He was out there on defense still as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he's playing defensive end. But if it was a hand injury, it would make sense. You could still probably go out there and play some D, but obviously you're not going to be able to fling the ball. And, Mike, honestly, I don't know that it would have mattered, obviously, as you talk about the score differential, 44-18. But how about the decision on fourth down after Giroux led Madison all the way down? It was 14-0. The first quarter comes to a close. They go to Horton on that fourth down play, and they end up just running a sweep. They get stonewalled there, and then Winslow sort of piles on 2 more touchdowns. It's 28-0 going into half. And just curious if you leave Giroux in there, who ended up cooking throughout the rest of the day, if it cut it to 14-7, is it a little bit different? For his numbers for you, roughly, he finished with 17 of 31. He had 2 picks, 3 touchdowns, and by my count, it was, I think, 344 yards.
Wow.
Almeida had 5 catches, 146 yards. He had a touchdown. Estes had 4 catches for 111, so those two totaled 257 yards. And then Harrington had 48. He had a score, so that already pushes you over 300. Yeah, I think 344 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks for the freshman coming in reserve duty.
Truly fun to watch. And then there's Hassan Hobby, who had himself a day here as we watch Giroux launch one downfield. Every time he put it up downfield, it seems like it was completed. But Hassan Hobby had himself a day. The junior running back for the Winslow Black Raiders scored their first 3 touchdowns, kicked extra points after their first 4 touchdowns, had over 200 yards of rushing on the day, and he is our score player of the game, our Flagship Cinemas score player of the game for sure, as he will get the Flagship Cinemas swag bag from Central Maine Community College with a ticket to go to the movies. Flagship Cinemas, a score player of the game keychain, and also the score T-shirts.
Yeah, no surprise, just to give you the numbers on him, Mike. 18 carries, 225 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2-point conversion, and then, let's see, so they scored 44. I think that's 2. I think he had then, it would be, I believe, 4 extra points. So he did, 4 touchdowns, 24, 2-point, 26, 30 points, I believe. 30 of the 44, I think, were him.
Yeah, so good day. I think Hassan Hobby, I think we are comfortable with giving him the crown of our score player
feel good about
of the
it.
game.
I
All
feel
right,
good
so
about
we're
it.
going to get the heck out of here because we're all cold.
Yes, 100%. Let's for sure, our schedule next week, check out the social media and all that website, but let's for sure confirm tonight on the score, radio only, we've got Merrimack at UMaine. That's a 7 o'clock broadcast, 7:30 puck drop. And then Monday, Cooper Flag, the Duke Blue Devils host the Maine's Black Bear men's basketball team. That's, I think, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip. Audio only for that, but 1160thescore.com, or just get the app. Make it way easier.
And next Friday, we are in Augusta, Coney, and Lawrence in the Class B North semifinals. And then Saturday back here as Winslow will take on either Old Town or John Bapst in Class D North. So that's going to do it for us. For the Rigneys, for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Poulin Field in Winslow. Final score in this one here today, the Winslow Black Raiders 44 and the Madison Bulldogs 18.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at centralmainsports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or centralmainsports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports, The Score.